What's good, YouTube, and welcome to the house. I am truly a big fan of my sponsors' wars between each other, Yu-Gi-Oh! Daily and Tier 0. If I'm honest, Yu-Gi-Oh! Daily took a little bit of an L on Burst of Destiny. They didn't guess a lot of the prices right, but their Starlights, you hit a home run buying some of those from them early with code What's Good 5 for 5% off and to support the channel directly, making it even a little cheaper. But here, Tier 0 started out pretty good on gold, and they did amazing during Burst, but Yu-Gi-Oh! Daily bottoming out a lot of these gold prices you're about to see. They did start $40 on access code Talker. They've had to up it to $45 just to keep a little bit of stock in. Remember, that's half printed in Europe, and we don't know the ratio here in the US due to supply chain issues. Konami made a statement that these things are going to be delayed a bit, so Yu-Gi-Oh! Daily has to kind of guess the ratios and play it a little more safe on quantities till they can get their hands on it and see how much they can actually supply to people. But they're going to stay within the numbers they actually can deal with on the order that's coming in. But cards might take 2 to 3 days, maybe even a week longer. Oh, what are you doing, Step Ship in that port? But all jokes aside, there will be a little bit of a delay on Gold Series here in the US, so keep that in mind. So access code Talker started at 40, went to 45. Tier 0 had that at 40, but sold out twice and currently doesn't have any stock. This is a logistics thing, not a greed thing. Like, if they were greedy, they'd put it up towards 50, 52, and just barely undercut over here where it's 60 and actually continuing to get a really fast sales rate. That's so stupid. But this is where Daily shines. Those deck cores are sometimes home runs, like during the Megatons. And what I like, look at this, the import cards, the only import cards, the number numeronius. People want $20 here. They're actually selling to a degree. That would be $120 for 3 of each. But over here, you get the entire core for $40. They're realistic. They know the OCG players might come over and get some off the market, but they look at the rest of how they split up Gold Series and say, here you go ahead and buy them at this price. We'll take that gamble ourselves. So what would be $120 for just 3 and 3? They're gonna put all of that in there with way more for $40. Also, the Eldritch, I know it's selling hot for them, so you might want to go for that deck core sooner than later, and a ton of people after that altar art. Looking at other versions of the Eldritch, they're actually going up in price right now, such as the secret rare, because achoo, people are allergic to gold rares as always. See a bunch sold for 40, 45 after a dip, and then it's starting to head back up here even with that reprint because people want to play the secret rare. And it might be a good time using that TCG player link in the description down below, costing you nothing extra. Support the channel directly for the cards you'd already be buying instead of the gold rare cards coming up. If you really want a max rarity, maybe go for these now. I could see these going back to 8 to 10 potentially, but the reprint should bring coolant rather than that immediate spike and panic. Now, speaking of that, Chamber Dragon Maid still went up recently, so $15 on her. She sold out initially for $16.50 on Tier 0. That's interesting, right? I never want to touch with a 10-foot pole guesstimating where Dragon Maids are going to go. But Pot of Extravagance, I think, sold out at even $16.50 over at Tier 0 after the initial sales around $13. And then looking at a lot of these, I love Rescue Cat at $5. Alter Art Unicorn, I know so many people after this one at $7. That is decent. The Bigfoot Yeti art is around $6. I don't know how that one will age, but Dangers are very, very good. Exodia is kind of interesting. That one I've heard a lot of people thinking about. I don't think it'll be the Lart version though, so do keep that in mind. You have Prank Kids deck cores, you have Alter Art Black Rose and the first Hollow of Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon at 3s. These are all decent guesstimates on pre-sale prices. Like, I don't know that Ghost Mourner would be less than 2 even on full bottom out for her, being a ghost girl that people still consider as a tech option. So I like where a lot of these prices are at, undercutting Tier 0 in a lot of places, and of course do your own shopping, look around, maybe competition will ramp up even more, but some of these are selling out now, so I do, oh, the Eldritch core is literally gone while I'm doing the video. That's how quick it can happen. I'll poke them and see if I can get any more up before the video goes through, but that may be it actually on that. That is ridiculous. Discord is an interesting card. You might think of the app on your computer or phone. No, it's a Yu-Gi-Oh card that stops synchro summoning for 3 turns and then this goes to the graveyard, but by then in modern Yu-Gi-Oh, you probably won the game. People like this over Summon Limit for just a specific matchup of Sword Soul, but I don't know about that one. Like, Summon Limit's gonna stop them in their tracks anyways, but then it doesn't affect your deck. So this old tech that only has 1 printing out of Ancient Prophet prophecy has become worth a lot of money, but where's the actual sales rates on that? Not at all, so just be aware that's a buyout that currently happened, and if you're picking bulk looking through cards, this might have been one you glossed over. Now you have some money, and we'll see where that one actually lands both in the format and as a tech. A lot of lava golems are going up in price. This doesn't work with Flunderies. This is a special summon still from your hand, even though it tributes, unlike sphere mode. So let me know in the comment section down below why even like the structure deck version is going up in price and getting bought out right now. Why is everybody going after this card when you have kaijus that still let you normal summon? Let me know what deck you're playing this in or what you think it might be for, but it's not Flunderies, so Flunderies. What could it be? Let me know. Lava Golem is a classic, takes care of 2 instead of 1, but why over sphere mode? When we look at large, we have Burstinatrix actually hitting the stage around $30. I could see this going down towards 20 like the Harpy cards over time, or it could just shoot up like Dark Magician Girl. It's really hard to tell. A lot of people like this art, and you never underestimate a waifu. I wonder why people could go after this. Maybe those curves, maybe the lines. Who knows what it could be, right? To start out at $30 and get those sales. But other arts are going a little somewhere. Look at Solemn Judgment is actually jumping, and other versions of Solemn are going too that we'll get into in a bit. Ghost Ogre is the hot tech of the format everyone's talking about, and the secret rare first editions are starting to go up in price after you get past all those foreign copies. And speaking of foreign, the lowest first edition secrets, they're now Italian over here before we see like $75 copies once again. Could this hit 90 to 120? I don't know, because there's also the ultimate rare for competition, but last time that happened, we saw that the ulti skyrocketed as well above the 200s, and right now it's sitting 175 once again instead of 140, and you can see those sales rates really picking up just like a bit ago and starting to push this to the next level. And then other versions of Ogre still going but decently high in quantity, so you might want to get yours sooner than later depending on which version you're thinking about. Solemn Judgments, like I said, other versions are going up. The secret rares are from Yugi's World and Joey's World going up in price, and other versions are getting targeted, like we just said. The Lark, and is that actually during Market Watch? Like, yeah, a playset of it went. That's how fast the market moves sometimes. It's crazy to actually see that live. Next up, we have Gatling Dragon, GOAT format, yep. Boomers, yep. The common is now a solid $13+ from both OTS, and then you have Legendary Collections Joey World. This is sealed just a lot of money on its own, and then it's a common, which is extremely hard to pull out of there. Besides that, it has DR3 and Flaming Eternity, Ultra, and Ulti, which are far more expensive. So if you have this common, you might have some more money than you thought lying around, so go ahead and do with that decision as you will. I actually don't know what the rest of the tabs are. I was opening so many tabs before Market Watch, but I do know what this is. Get to the cards, John. This figure has sold out from Kotobukiya over on Ami Ami, over on Big Bad Toy Store, so I just wanted to point out that it's over on the Koto US site still at $69.99. Nice. So it's a pretty decent price. I went ahead and ordered 3 from the site, and everything I've looked into says this is legitimate. Their customer service is good, but a lot of the reviews are old. So if you have any experience with the site, let me know if it actually is legit. I'm testing ordering from here, but it's one of the last places, and it does seem to be legitimately linked to Kotobukiya. But let me know if you've used the site and if it is legit as the old reviews say it is. Next up, like I said, I don't know my tabs. DDD has so many prices that have stuck up in price. Look at all these slimes almost nearing $2 and going up over time. DDD Kale King running off the market for certain versions of itself and continuing to go up. I told you to get those. And then Lamia going up as well. So we have Battle of Chaos giving the support, and we don't know where the reprints could be. Goes from the trash to maybe all the way to, I don't know, the world premiere set? Who knows when we're actually going to get reprints that are much needed of some of these cards. So a lot of people grabbing them now, planning as some of the only good cards from Battle of Chaos to go along with that hype or really do complicated combos. Phantom Knight hollowed up cards are worth so much freaking money. The Phantom Knight of Ragged Gloves around 20, secret rare boots are at 20 and running out of quantities. You have Cloak going up pretty darn fast, secret Pog Blades going up and getting bought out. So just be aware, PK as the Yusha tokens approach, and it's still decent this format. A lot of people on this deck, planning to be on this deck, and the cards are going crazy in price, just like those Burning Abyss hollows. And then I just didn't know this one. Phoenix Rhino Warrior still a $10 super. I just had no clue. I didn't even know it was still $1 rare when it has so much competition on the market, slash $1 common out of a structure deck, but the layer structure deck has gotten pretty expensive. So there's some money you might not have known you had as I was looking around for Burning Abyss and Phantom Knight cards. Remember this old guy, and he still packs a punch for the wallet. So hopefully you learned something today on Market Watch. Let me know what you think of those Gold Series ramping up pre-sales. I love that competition, and what you think will bottom out, because pre-sales usually only do have a couple of winners, but long-term, last Gold Series produced a ton of crazy prices long-term. Still, you want to try to get them a little cheaper when competition ramps up. So we're looking at, like, where will access code Talker land? Well, people are going to get 3 extra. I see this being 18 easy down the road, if not right out the gate, maybe go towards 30 over time. Invocation at 12, not the first non-short print. Could it be on the ban list? There's all those interesting conversations, right? Will they hit it invoked? But for now, I really like the $5 Golden Rescue Cat, and I can't wait to get some of these in to show you, and I am going to do the comparison video of the EU copies versus the US copies, and we'll see how they are different this year, or if they are the same. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the conversation. Again, these pre-sales are over at Daily, and I'm going to poke them right now and see if I can get any more Eldritch stuff up before this video goes live, which should be in like 10 minutes.